Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a stream overlay like this. Obviously it can be used on a video as well. So yeah, I'm going to make this kind of, I'd say it's kind of a grungy kind of overlay, but yeah, so I'm going to be showing you how to make this. So let's get into it. Right, so this is our gameplay footage. It doesn't have to be Call of Duty, obviously, it could be whatever game we're playing. And the canvas size must be the size of the stream that you're outputting. So my stream is 920 by 1080, which is the best quality. Well, it is for now, but probably be better in the future. But yeah, this is 920 by 1080, so it's 1080p, and yeah, so that's what your canvas size must be. I've got this margin down the middle, or this ruler down the middle. If you don't know how to do that, let me just remove it just so I can show you how to redo it. So basically all you need to do is make sure that your first layer is unlocked. Make sure your first layer is unlocked. Press Ctrl T so that you've got this border around it. Just press Ctrl. If you don't have these rulers on the side, all you need to do is press Ctrl R, and then they'll show. And then just click and drag right into the middle to where you can see this little focus point. Okay, so now we've done that, we've got our little ruler there. We're going to start off by making the shape. So let's do that really quick. Okay, so first off what you want to do is you want to make a new layer. Just go to the bottom right corner and there's a new layer icon. Okay, so now we've done that, we're going to use our pen tool and we're just going to make a shape. It doesn't have to be like the same shape, but I'm making it can be any shape. So let's just make whatever looks interesting. So yeah, okay, we only want to do half because whatever we do on this side we're just going to duplicate onto the other side, so it doesn't really matter if just so it is symmetrical on both sides, and it's just an easy way of making sure of that. Okay, so now you've done that, you've made the path, just going up to the middle. Like I said, you want to right click, you go to fill path, and you want to make it your foreground color. Obviously you can choose whatever color you want. This one's going to be the same color as this red. So yeah, we're going to make our color a red color. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to make a new layer, and I'm just going to make another branch out just so I can put text for like social medias and stuff. So let's just do that. To do a straight line with the pen tool, just hold shift while clicking and then you'll make straight lines. Okay, that's a bit too far up, so let's go about it's a bit too far down. Okay, and just go me at the middle again, just go to fill path and just there. So now we've got this it's kind of a cool shape, and we're going to merge the two layers together. So now we've done that, we want to press Ctrl J, and now what that basically did, you duplicated it. So now that we've duplicated it, we're going to press Ctrl T and right click and press flip horizontal. So now we can just move it to the other side while making it symmetrical. So as what you want to do now, you want to zoom in, just because sometimes there can be like a little gap in the middle, sometimes it can look like that, so, and you can't really see it if the ruler's there. So what you want to do is just take away the ruler by pressing Control and then the semicolon, and then just make sure that there is no gap there. Okay, so now that you've done that, you just want to select both layers and press Control E to merge them, and now you've got this shape there. Obviously you don't have to do the same shape as me, that is quite small, but that's fine. It's the same, we can just enlarge it a bit. We don't want to enlarge it too much because that would change the quality and we wouldn't want that. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're just going to make a new layer again, and what you want to do is press right click on it and create clipping mask. What that does is it means that everything done on that layer will only show on this shape here. So like if we use the paint tool, it's like if we just painted, it's like the whole layer is now black, but we only see it on the shape. Okay, so then we're going to undo that real quick, and now what we're going to do is we're going to use our brushes. So use the brushes on the tool on the side, and just find a nice scratchy brush. You can find free brushes on the internet. You don't have to use the same brushes as me. There are lots of different grunge brushes out there. All you need to do is Google it and you'll find some. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've selected the brush we wanted. I'm going to be using this brush, and just make sure it covers the whole entire banner. So just zoom out if you need to, and just click, and then as you can see, we now have this like nice scratch effect on the banner. And all you want to do is set that to overlay, And there we go. We have this it's quite a nice effect, quite nice scratches. You can add more brushes if you like, and you can fiddle around with the opacity. Just make sure it's on overlay. You could try some of the others, see how they look. But for now, I'm just going to use overlay and just lower the opacity just a bit. Okay, so now that we got that, we got this nice scratch effect on our banner. I'm going to add a drop shadow to the banner, just to add that little bit of depth, so it looks quite nice on stream or on a video. And yeah, so now we've got that nice little drop shadow, and you see it does look quite nice. Let's move it down a bit. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add a gradient. So again, we're going to make another layer, make sure it's already a clipping mask, and a quick way to do it is by holding Alt and just clicking at the very bottom of the layer, and that's easy way to set a clipping mask. And make sure our foreground color is white, and we're just going to use the regular default brush right here, and let's make sure it's really small. Okay. Yeah, this size should be fine. Let's make it a bit bigger. You can change the size of your brush by using the square bracket keys on your keyboard. And now we're just gonna go across and just do a bit few up there as well, just to make it symmetrical. Okay, now we've done that, we're gonna set that to overlay, and it kind of adds a nice, quite a nice gradient. Obviously, you can't really see it right now, but when we add more to the header, to the stream overlay, it'll become more apparent, and you can see it kind of makes the scratches kind of fade out, so that they just become less apparent near the bottom, and then it looks pretty cool. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to use a texture. I've got this texture here I downloaded from Google. Let me just show you that real quick. You can literally just type in textures. There's a whole bunch here you can use. You don't have to use the same one as me. So yeah, there's a bunch of textures here, and yeah, they should all work pretty well. Depends on what kind of style you're going for. Okay, so now that we've imported it, we just clicked and dragged it in, press Ctrl T, and we can make it the right size, just so it covers the whole entire stream overlay, and then just set it to a clipping mask, and then we're going to set it to overlay. So as you can see, we've just got a nicer, it brings out the scratches kind of in a way. We can move that below our gradient, and yeah, we get a bit. Yeah, I think it actually looks better without a gradient. Or we just lower the opacity of the gradient. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That looks fine. Okay, so now we have this nice effect on our stream overlay. Like I said, I probably would have made this a bit bigger, but yeah, it's a bit too late to change it now. Okay, so now that we've done that, we got this nice texture effect on our overlay. I'm just going to make another layer, and we're just going to use the default brush. You can use a lighting brush like these. I've got a whole bunch of them here. They look quite nice, but I know a lot of you won't have these, so I'm just going to use the normal default brush, which is right here. Oh, we have to change the size again. Okay, so now we've got a normal default brush. We're just going to click in the middle, just to have that nice light effect. Maybe a bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so now we've got this nice little lighting here. You can use filter, blur, Gaussian blur on the light, and increase the blur just so it has more of a spread. And then you can you can duplicate it just as just so it's more intense, I suppose. And now we have this kind of light in the banner. Okay, now that we've done that, we're gonna do our text. So just use the text tool, just click. I'm just gonna put text, might as well. This font here is called Unisand, so you can just Google it and you can download it for yourselves. And we're gonna center it just by using our ruler, making sure it's all centered. And now we can just make it bigger. And there we go, we have this nice text here. You can set it to overlay just so like the scratches come in front of the layer, or we just set it back to normal and we add our own layer style. So let's do that real quick. So all you need to do is double click on the layer to bring up this window, and we can add a gradient. Okay, so what we're going to do here, what we've done here is we've just got the default black to white, and we set it to multiply, and then we just decrease the opacity just to give that nice silver effect. And we can also add a drop shadow to the text. Let's just decrease the size a bit. Okay, that looks good. You can copy these figures down if you want, but it's more about just playing around, seeing what looks good. And yeah, it's not really about using a set numbers or settings for your drop shadow. Okay, now we've done that, we've got this text here, and we can actually just hold Alt and drag it to duplicate it, and this is where we would have our social media. So we'll just have it there, and we'll have it on the other side as well. Okay, so now we've done that. We've got this nice grunge banner here, we've got the text, and now I'm going to show you how to do the webcam. Okay, so let's select our rectangle tool that's on the left. Just make sure it's the color that we want, so we want around this color. Okay, and all we do is click. We don't click and drag, we just click, and that lets us that allows us to select the dimensions. So most dimensions are 1280 by 720, or in that range for like HD cameras. Okay, so we just type those in, press OK, and then they come up right, and then it just makes the shape for you. Obviously this is too big, so we're gonna have to make it smaller. So just press Control T, and it allows you to resize it. So holding Shift, I'm just gonna make it smaller, and there we go. Just put it in the corner like that. Okay, that's a nice size. Obviously it looks quite big because this is my main banner is quite small. So yeah, we've done that. So now we have this rectangle in the corner. We're going to duplicate that rectangle, and just holding Alt, we are just going to make it, just drag it down just so it snaps once. And we're going to do that to the other side as well. Just make it so it's the same as being taken off on the sides than it has on the bottom and the top. Okay, so now we've done that, we've got this big rectangle and we've got a smaller rectangle. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select them both just by holding Shift and clicking, right click and press rasterize layers. So now we've done that, basically we've made these shapes editable. And now what we're going to do is we are going to hold Command and click on the thumbnail for the smaller rectangle. So that allows us to select the shape of the smaller rectangle, and we can just delete it from the bigger one. Yeah, so now we've done that, we've basically made our selection, well, our shape for the webcam. We can also use the pen tool just to mask a bit more on, just to maybe add some more depth, well, some more style to it. So yeah, just make your path, select fill path, foreground color should still be the same color as what you used before. And yeah, so now we've done that, we've got a nice little shape there, and we can actually just copy the textures and stuff from the main banner onto this banner, and just right click on them, press create clipping mask, and there we go. We have this nice little texture effect on the webcam as well. I'm just going to delete the lighting because it didn't look too good on the webcam. Obviously you just move it over, but yeah, it doesn't normally look too good on webcam because we don't really have anything like focus. And yeah, instead of having that spotlight effect, you're going to have some glares. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a new layer, and we're going to select our foreground color to be white, and just click and drag, well, not click and drag, click to make your kind of a shape that kind of cuts through the webcam. Just make selection, and now we're going to use our brush tool, just make sure it's quite big, and just click, and now we have this nice little glare effect on it. We could move that over, and we're just gonna set it to overlay. Okay, obviously it's quite hard to see, we could just duplicate it to increase the intensity like I said before, and yeah, so it kind of makes this glare effect. It looks quite nice. It obviously can be quite hard to see depending on what colour you're using. Okay, so yeah, that's basically how you do this tutorial, and I just realised that this text is red. Why is that? I don't know why that's red. Okay, well, hopefully you don't have that problem. Let's try and duplicate it again. Yeah, that should be fine now. So just, if you do have that problem, I have no idea how I did get that problem. Just reduplicate it from the first one. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this tutorial. If you found it helpful, leave a like, and tweet me your creations that you've made using my tutorial. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I see you in a new